entering the championships as a fourth favorite pick with a nominated total of 587.5 kilograms. Interestingly, within the sport of the IPF's 59 kilograms weight class, specifically within the last 9 years and/or championships, a defending 59 kilograms champion has never entered the championship as an underdog. Unfortunately, France's defending champion, Antoine Garcia, was duly unsuccessful in his quest in defending his title within one of the most highly contested weight class, wherein which the average difference between all the nominated athletes' totals stood at 7 kilograms with a median of 8.5 kilograms, which is both comparatively the lowest marginal difference within the last several championships and 17.81 kilograms below the average historical marginal differences of the nominated totals, which stands at 24.81 kilograms. It's apparent that individually, the athlete's squat reliance accounts for 37.02% of Antoine's championship total of 585 kilograms, which is 0.29% above his 2021 championship squat reliance, which stood at 36.73%, whilst bench press equates to 21.70%, a further slight increment of 0.46%. It's further apparent that the athlete seemingly undertook a much more aggressive or incremental approach for the deadlift principle, which accounts for 41.28% of his overall championship total of 587.5 kilograms, with an initial reliance of 43.4% if his last deadlift attempt of 255 kilograms was successfully undertaken. For example, at last year's championship, Antoine's weight increments for deadlift increased by 10 kilograms for his second attempt and 7.5 kilograms for his last deadlift attempt. In contrast, at the 2023 championships, for both his first and second attempts, stood at an increment of 12.5 kilograms, which ultimately would have resulted in a championship total of 600 kilograms, which still would not be enough to successfully defend his title. Further considering that the average group total of the top 3 medalists stood at 608 kilograms, which is a relative increment of 10.44% in comparison to last year's group average of 550.83 kilograms, which is further indicative of the progression of the current season's weight class as a whole. Overall, a championship total of 587.5 kilograms is nonetheless a progression of 0.43% for the former IPF world champion. Also, a 587.5 kilograms total is currently placed at number 12 on the all-time weight classes list. There was a degree of high expectation for the first pick, Wascar Carpio, in not only securing the world title, but achieving his target in qualifying for the IPF Sheffield 2024, which he narrowly missed by a meager percentile of 1.79%, due largely to missing its third deadlift attempt of 272.5 kilograms, which would have equated to a necessary championship qualifying total of 637.5 kilograms, which is 95.07% of the current world record, which stands at 670.5 kilograms. Also, a 272.5 kilograms deadlift would have earned a placing at number 4 on the all-time weight classes list, with a total of 625 kilograms, which is 93.12% of the current world record. As such, there is reasonable uncertainty whether Wascar will be a recipient of a wildcard invitation. In the video on the channel entitled Wascar Carpio versus the World, it was noted that over a total of 6 competitions, the athlete on average typically adds 14.33 kilograms upon his competition totals. However, at the IPF World, Wascar comparatively achieved 11.5 kilograms, which is below his prior historical average of 14.33 kilograms. Subsequently, a slight regression of 11.5 kilograms is 4.82 kilograms below the group's average of some of the top 10 59 kilograms athletes of all time. Group's average progression over a period of their earliest 6 competitions, which currently stands at 16.32 kilograms. The pertinent question still remains whether Wascar will be able to break Sergey's world record total of 670.5 kilograms. So far, he's 7.28% or 45.5 kilograms below the world record total. Comparatively, prior to breaking the world record, Sergey had an average of 4.06 kilograms, with a median of 2 kilograms being added over his competition period, whilst, if taking account of Wascar's recent overall average of 13.93 kilograms, with an added median of 12.5 kilograms, is relatively pacing at 3.43 to 6.25 times faster than Sergey in possibly gaining a world record within the future. It's worth noting that even though Wascar is impressively one of only 9 athletes to historically achieve a winning championship total and/or generally totaling over 600 kilograms or more, a 625 kilograms total, which is currently positioned at number 3 on the respective weight classes all-time list, presents both a lead advantage of 3.73% above the silver medalist and 4.6% above the bronze medalist, which in parallel is comparatively the second lowest lead advantage post-competition, which averages at 10.11% above the silver medalist and 13.65% above the bronze medalist over a 7 to 8 year period. Nonetheless, the future certainly looks bright for the current IPF world champion, who has been actively competing for only 2 years. Not to focus too much on the current world leader, we must not overlook the outstanding performance of 7th pick, both Spain's junior athlete and last year's Europe's junior champion, Ivan Diaz, whom quite frankly may have took some by surprise by securing a silver medal with a championship peer total of 602.5 kilograms, which equates to an incredible 1-year progression of 9.45%. It's worth noting that within the history of the 59 kilograms weight class, no other athlete has ever managed to progress from 7th pick to actually being recipients of an overall medal. Even though the junior athlete was competing within a highly contested weight class, a level which has never been witnessed, at least within the last 7 to 8 years, achieved all attempts, which is quite rare, whilst competing at the IPF World Classic Championships. Historically, only 3 other 59 kilograms athletes has ever achieved 9 for 9 attempts whilst competing on the international stage. His year-on-year progression currently stands at 8.63%, with a median of 3.18% in comparison to the current world champion, Wascar's average year-on-year progression of 2.90%, with a median of 2.19%. We have witnessed Wascar firmly ensuring the world title with his second deadlift attempt of 260 kilograms. However, for future battles, the Spanish athlete may in fact be amongst those of whom that may pose a significant challenge to any such future world title or titles for Wascar. For example, theoretically, taking account of each individual athlete's average year-on-year rate of progression, as highlighted earlier, including accounting for their historical bout of regression or regressions, we may in fact witness linearly a total of 607.5 to 654.50 kilograms total from the silver medalist, with currently a worst case scenario total of 604.69 to 640.04 kilograms. In contrast to Wascar's theoretical linear progression of 638.69 to 643 kilograms. with an added worst case scenario total between 635.94 to 640.24 kilograms. Therefore, if an equally determined Diaz can achieve within close proximity to the upper bound total between 643 to 654.50 kilograms, Wascar's aspiration of retaining the title may in fact be in jeopardy. As such, it's worth keeping a close eye on the junior athlete. Moving forward to the bronze medalist, Ecuador's Franklin Leon. Even though he was unable to finally gain a world title, the athlete's performance is not to be overlooked. For example, Franklin's current world leading squat of 222.5 kilograms, which was both worthy of an individual championship gold, an M1 world record, including an M1 deadlift world record of 240 kilograms and a further M1 world record total of 597.5 kilograms, which was sufficient enough to earn the athlete an overall bronze medal. Overall, a commendable display of performances from all the 59 kilograms weight class of athletes. It should be interesting to see the standing trajectory of the weight class throughout the remaining year and for next year. Anyway, kindly leave your comments below and share your thoughts. Blessed love, everyone.